Hey there, I'm going to show you how you can use a website called storyboardthat.com to create a project for pretty much any class. When we think of storyboards, we think of things like this. Bring a book to life or make a little movie, little cartoon kind of thing. And so you think, oh, that would work for, a class where you have to tell a story or do some kind of creative writing. But you know what? You can use it for almost anything. I'm going to show you how to use it for a project. Let's say you're in a classroom and your teacher gave you or a group a project and you've got to figure out how you're going to present that project to the class. Okay, so we're going to create a storyboard. I'm just going to click on create a storyboard. And yes, there's a paid version and a free version. We're just going to use the free version because you can still do a lot of cool stuff like that for your project presentation. All right, so create a storyboard. That's what I clicked on. Okay, so I get these 3 squares. All right. I get to fill these 3 squares with anything I want to help me present my project. And you might be thinking, what if I need more than 3 squares? I've got to present a whole thing. I need more than 3 squares. Well, you can. Go down here, click on Storyboard Layout at the bottom, and you'll get lots of different options. Like, look at this one. You've got 6 squares that you could do. Something else you can do is you can divide up the work. So you can say, hey, I'll create 3 boxes. Your partner in your group can create another 3 boxes, and maybe that 3rd or 4th partner, see what I'm saying? You can divide up the work that way. So for today's example, I'm actually going to use this one right here, the title, the cell, which is where the picture goes, and the description will go beneath it. Because let's say, we're just talking hypothetical here, my teacher wants me to create a project about an argument persuasion unit that we just finished. So I've got to show all my learning. I've got to create, I've got to make something creative that shows what I learned. So my partners and I decided that we're going to create a storyboard that shows one character trying to persuade another character to buy something. Okay? And so we decided that I'm going to do the hook and the claim part of that. Another partner is going to do the counter argument and basically the main message, like the selling of the product. And then the 3rd partner is going to do the logical appeal, the emotional appeal, and the final call to action. So we kind of divided it up like that. All right, so I'm going to edit my title. My title is going to be Hook the Audience. That's the first thing you have to do from what we learned in our unit recently. So I click on it once, this box opens up, and I'm going to type in hook your audience. All right, that's important. And just like I can do in a Word document, I want to make the font look different. Ooh, Creepster, that's fun. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger too. See how I can click on all this stuff and change the look? I'm going to make it yellow. And if I click up here, I can make the background any color I want. I can make it, blue or purple. I think I just want to make it black. That'll look cool. Okay, there we go. Then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to click to edit the description because it's important to show the teacher that you know what that means. If I said hook your audience, my teacher's going to say, what do you mean? Why is that important? Okay, so I'm going to type in, it's important to hook your audience so that they actually want to listen to you, or to listen to you, and maybe take action. Okay. I don't think I'm supposed to use you here or your. So it's important to hook the audience so that they actually want to listen to the speaker and take action. Okay. I've got to make this look pretty cool too. So, whoops. Okay. I want to change this to, I'll do that one. And I'm going to change the color to that yellow color, and I'm going to change the background to black, because to me, I think that's going to look really cool. Whoops, did it not work? Oh. And then click choose. Okay, cool. All right, now it kind of matches. So hook your audience, and then I explained why it's important to hook your audience. Now, my storyboard is going to be a cartoon that my group and I have come up with. We've come up with a little storyline here where we get to show examples of what it means to hook your audience. And we want to use some kind of a store. We want something that looks like a store. So up here, scenes is already selected. So we're actually going to move over here. And there are a lot of different options. I mean, a lot of different pictures. You know what else? We could also click on this down arrow And then we can see even more, and we can kind of scroll around. Look, there's like a theater. If we were doing a speech where a speaker is trying to persuade the audience, we could pick that one. I mean, there's tons of stuff on here you can pick. You could spend forever trying to choose something. So let's just choose this one. This looks kind of like a newsstand. So I'm going to click on it and drag it into the box and see how it automatically filled the box. Okay, I'm out of room, so I'm going to click this little up arrow again to give me back my space. Cool, now I've got even more space. See that arrow? I just clicked it twice to give me more room. Okay, so here's a fun part, and you don't want to spend too much time with this, but you can change anything in this. So let's see, I don't want to do that. I could change the color. Whoops, there we go. Oh, like the newsstand right here. I can make it brown. I could make it, if I click on this, hot pink, right? Okay, that looks dumb, but I'll just keep it like that. Click on that there. There we go. The trash can, I can change the trash can, turn it to that kind of bluish color. The wall behind, that's too dark, I think. I want it to show up. But yeah, I mean, I can make it anything I want. I can click this and get even more colors. Okay, but I don't want to spend too much time on that. Now I need to pick some characters. I need characters in this. And remember, my partners and I decided that we're going to create our project based around persuasive speaking, basically. So I'm going to click on the character tab. And again, I'm not going to spend too much time. I'm just showing you what you can do. But I'm going to have, let's say this dude or dudette or whoever that is right there. I'm going to put her there. And maybe she's walking by and she stops at this newsstand on the street and she's kind of looking. Is that a good size? I can reduce her a little bit, make her giant. Okay, I'll just make her like about, I don't know, that tall. Okay, and you notice you get to pick all these elements on her. You can change anything about her. Her shoes, her pants, her skin, her hair, anything. So let's see, I'm going to give her a little bit of some color there, and I'm going to make her hair black. Okay, so she's pretty cool looking. I'm going to make her shirt that color. I'll just leave everything else alone. Okay, so she's walking by, and let's see, I got to find someone who's going to be selling, like who works here. All right, so I'm going to click. Okay, that thing's not going away, but I guess it'll go away in a second. All right, so I need to find someone who's selling to her. Somebody who looks like a salesperson. Probably not the bride or the groom here. That's pretty funny. Okay, I'm going to pick this guy. All right. So let's say he works there and he's selling her. That's his little shop or whatever. Okay. I'm going to make his hair brown. I'm going to make his skin darker. You can't really see their eyes, so I'm not going to change their eyes. Shirt, let's see, I'll make his shirt kind of that rusty kind of color. Put some gray pants on him. Okay, he's good to go now. Whoops, did I just erase him? Oh man, okay, so we'll put him back. So don't click that X right there. I was trying to X out of this whole thing. All right, what did I do? Okay, brown hair, about like that, I guess. I think I changed his shirt. I don't want his shirt to be the same color as the wall. Okay, yeah, I'll just do that. Cool pants, man. Okay, all right. Now what we need to do is they got to be talking. They got to be saying something to each other. So I'm going to click on textables. And so remember, we're trying to hook our audience, and we're trying to show how important it is to hook the audience so they actually want to listen and take action. So this guy works here. This girl's walking along, and the guy, let's see, I'm going to pull down. I mean, there are a lot of these to choose from. Oh, wow, you even have thought bubbles, what a person's really thinking. Okay, I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to pull it over. Okay, I'm going to click in here, and I've got to think of a hook. He's trying to sell his products. How is he going to hook her into listening? He's going to say, how about this? Today, we're offering free coffee. Whoops, I can't spell coffee. Free coffee and donuts with any purchase of a newspaper or magazine. Okay, that's what he's saying. He's trying to hook her into buying his product. Okay, but my thought bubble thing is pointing to her, not him, so I wonder if I could rotate it. Could I rotate it again? Is it gonna... See, you have to kind of play around with it a little bit. Okay, that one doesn't really seem to be working. Okay, so I'm going to copy and paste this. See how I just highlighted it? Copy. All right, I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay, I'll just put this one down here. All right, and then I'm gonna paste it back in. So that first thought bubble wasn't really working. Okay, cool. Now I need to make it a little bit bigger and kind of move it over more. Okay. Not exactly how I wanted it to look, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to be done. Okay. That's what he's saying. Now, I'm going to have her saying something back. So I'm going to put hers. I'll use this one right here for hers. Okay, she's going to be saying, wow, that's a good deal. How much are the magazines and newspapers? See, she's smart. She's already on to him. He got her attention, but she's not dumb. She's thinking, how can you afford to give away free coffee and donuts with a newspaper or magazine purchase? Did you make the cost of the magazine or newspaper higher to help compensate for the cost of the so-called free? Like, is it really free, basically? Okay, that's what she's asking. All right. Okay, so I've got my people, my scene, and I've got my little storyline here. Next. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I click on that, the box pops up. All right, so next I would move on to my next square. And so hopefully my group and I, we've mapped this out. We know what's going on in each square and we know who's working on what. Now, if the people in my group are all on their own separate computers, they've got to make sure that, like, we have to make sure we're all using the same scene, right? Because if I'm doing the beginning of the persuasive, cartoon here, and my partner's doing the middle of it, and then my other partner's doing the end of it, and it's all taking place on this street with the same characters and the same background, we've got to make sure all that is set up, okay? And then we've got to make sure that we're staying in line so that, like, our story actually makes sense. So me and my group members are really going to have to collaborate and work together to make sure all this is done correctly. So yeah, because we want it to be able to flow. Okay, so that's how you do a storyboard that. To do this again, I would there's probably a way to in fact, I bet I can duplicate this. Yes, look at that. See how I clicked on this up here? I can move it over, boom, done. Same thing with her, I bet. Oh, that's so easy. And done, right? Click on him, copy, and done. So I can easily, quickly continue their conversation. So that's how you do a storyboard that. It'll give you a way to save it down here, and then you can show it to your teacher. I believe there's even a link that you can email people, or like email it to your teacher or give your teacher the link, and then they can look at it also. But that's a fun way to show what you know for pretty much any subject area. Hope that helps. Get creative and have some fun.